Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Taylor, and today we are doing another Goodwill haul. I promise that my channel is not only about hauling books, it's just what I've been doing recently. I'm at that point in my life. So I got a lot of books plus a few other things from Goodwill. I feel like I've just been blessed with finding some of the best stuff recently. So I got mostly books and 2 non-book things, but I also got 4 books that are like gifts for people, so I'm gonna start with those. And for everything, it was only $50 for everything. So the first book I have here is for my boyfriend. This is one of the DK Eyewitness books. What does DK stand for? Discovery Kids, I think. So my boyfriend is a middle school science teacher, and you know how it's just like fun to have books to like look through and stuff. So I figured, you know, this would be kind of fun for him to have in his classroom. This next book is actually for my best friend's mother. She is a pilot, and I found this Women and Flight Portraits of Contemporary Women Pilots, National Air and Space Museum, Smithsonian Institution. So I just thought that this would be a really interesting kind of gift for her. I'm going to be seeing her in a few weeks at a baby shower, and she's a female pilot, and I don't know, I just thought this would be right up her alley. I know maybe it's weird to get a gift for your best friend's mom, but I don't know, I saw it and I was like, oh my god, I think she would like that. And then the last 2 are for my friend. So this book is for her mom, and this is for her child. I didn't find anything for her. For her baby shower, she is doing the please bring a book instead of a card, and I've always seen that like the children's book sections are overflowing, and I found 2 that I think are really fun. So we have Trick or Treat in South Dakota by Eric James and Carl West. And so if you don't know, I lived in South Dakota for a long time. I went to college there. That's actually how me and my friend who's having this baby met. We met in college at South Dakota. So I just thought that this would be a really fun way to share with her baby, you know, some of the things that like we really loved about South Dakota. I also love Halloween. And then the second book so this was gonna be like my, instead of a card, but then I saw this one, and it's We Are Water Protectors, written by Carol Lindstrom, illustrated by Mikola Goad. And it is about how we need to protect our water, and it looks like it's told through, okay, so it says Carol Lindstrom is Anishinaabe / Métis, which is tribally enrolled with the Turtle Mountain Band of Ojibwe. She was born and raised in Nebraska and currently makes her home in Maryland. Okay, so it is Native American, which is really cool, and I just really loved these illustrations. And, you know, I think that this is a message that my friend will want to teach her son, and yeah, so I did get her 2 books. I was only supposed to get her 1, but I'm excited. So these are the books that I got for people in my life, and then the rest of it's for me. So I got this huge book. This is Mind Works Brain Training Word Search, and I actually used to love word searches when I was young. Now I have this huge book. I used to have one, I don't know where it went, but I used to have one that I would do every now and then. But since I've been coloring and I have so many highlighters, I just thought that this would kind of be a fun thing to do. And it's actually completely blank, like no one's done any of the word searches, so that was kind of a great find. Alrighty, and now we're just kind of getting into the other books that I found. So I found Will Grayson by John Green and David Lefethan. And honestly, I don't know what this book is about. It says on the back it's an ALA Stonewall Honor Award, which tells me that it is gay somehow. There's queer representation in this book. But yeah, I've read quite a few of John Green's books, like when I was younger, but I don't know, I thought it would be an interesting read. I say that every time I haul a book. I'm like, I thought it would be an interesting read. Duh, Taylor, you think it'd be interesting. Essentially, I'm trying to find books for prose pieces for boys. As a speech coach, you know, sometimes it feels easier to find pieces for girls, and it's hard to find pieces for boys. So I think I could be completely wrong, but I'll give it a shot. Also, I mean, if it's queer in some way, I obviously want it. So next we have Religion and the Racist Right, The Origins of the Christian Identity Movement by Michael Barkun, revised edition. So this is a book that's written by a professor, and one of the reviews I found on Goodreads was like, hope this book got him his tenure. A lot of people said that it was really, really good, just that it gets repetitive towards the end, and I couldn't find this at a library that I was able to read, so that's why I decided to buy it. Next is another Penguin Black book. I've been finding these everywhere, and I just love them so much. I love the aesthetic of them, and they just are so sleek. And I found Charlotte Bronte's Jane Eyre. I know I used to have a copy of Jane Eyre. It was definitely, I had thrifted it somewhere. It was a really ugly copy. Clearly along the way, I've moved every year for the past 10 years, and I'm moving again in the fall. But oh my god, I just saw this and I was like, oh, because I've been wanting to read Jane Eyre. Because I read Rebecca, and a lot of people are like, well, if you like Rebecca, you'll love Jane Eyre. So I'm really excited for this one. This next one, The Serpent's Shadow by Rick Riordan. This is the third of the Kane Chronicles trilogy. I have the first one, now I have the third one, so obviously I'll just need to find the second one somewhere. I haven't read these yet, but I have yet to find a Rick Riordan book that I don't like. These next two books kind of go together, and I was so back and forth on whether or not I wanted to buy these. At the end, I did decide to purchase them because they are big boys. And I don't want to just take Goodreads things at face value, because I have this problem with I look at Goodreads and I'm like, oh, it has a 4.08 star rating, and then the first review that it shows me is a 1-star review, and I'm like, okay. It's I see a 1-star review and I'm like, oh, okay. It's my brain just focuses on that, but I want to be able to read them and form my own opinions, and maybe there are certain things that I need to look more into myself. But these are by the same person, so this is Guns, Germs, and Steel, The Fates of Human Society by Jared Diamond. This is the winner of the Pulitzer Prize, which I clearly need to figure out more of what the Pulitzer Prize is, because I know The Goldfinch by Donna Tartt has also won the Pulitzer Prize. So, shows how much I know. I should find that out. And then his follow-up book, Collapse, How Societies Choose to Fail or Succeed by Jared Diamond. So I want to read these two and kind of see where I stand on it. From what I understand, because I deep dived on Google in the thrift store of why don't people like these books. Apparently it deals a lot with materialism as a theory, which I really don't know a lot about. So obviously I need to do more on that, but I thought it would be interesting. They just, I don't know, the fact that both of them were there, I thought was kind of a steal. And then the last book I have, this is kind of an odd one, but it's been on my Goodreads for forever, and I've just never read it, and now I finally feel like I'm at a point in my life where I do feel like I can read this book, because I put it on there, and I was like, God, I don't know when in my life I'm going to be able to read that. I see this book a lot in airport bookstores, which I'm not frequently in airports anymore because I don't travel for work as often, but this is Death's Acre, Inside the Legendary Forensic Lab, The Body Farm, Where the Dead Do Tell Tales by Dr. Bill Bass and John Jefferson. So this is a pretty popular book that I've been wanting to read, like I said, for a long time. But I always felt like, oh, I don't know if I'm going to ever be in the right mind space for that. I finally feel like I'm morbid enough, I guess. My morbid curiosity takes over, but I just thought that this was like such a good steal. I saw it and I was like, and then the last two things are not books. So I got this mug, which I definitely, it's like I don't need a mug, but I have broken two of like my favorite mugs within the past year. My favorite mug was actually a Ray Dunn mug. It was from the Halloween collection. It was huge. I mean, all the Ray Dunn mugs are big, but it was black and it said like sun, moon, stars, and then it had like the moon phases on the back of it. Somehow my clumsy hands just like threw the cup, and it was genuinely like an accident. Like I was picking it up to take it to the sink to pour, like to rinse out and stuff, and it like caught on my chair and just like fell out of my hands, shattered, and I was so sad. And I actually just broke my wall drug mug like right when me and my boyfriend started dating. So this is kind of like a replacement mug. I just thought it was so pretty. So it's like this terracotta with like these little like amoebas or cactuses with like a sunset. I don't know. It's giving desert, right? I'm not crazy in that. And it's also very big. Like this is a big cup. I don't love that the bottom here is so narrow. I would have liked to see like this bottom part to be a little bit bigger, but you know, it's fine. Yeah, it's fine. And then the last thing is a pair of shoes. These are a pair of clogs, which I've never owned a pair of clogs. The brand is Predictions, and I just was so into this patchwork. I actually have wanted something like this for a while. There's a little bit of wear and tear on them, but I think I could get some fabric glue that down so that it doesn't come apart more. But yeah, so I've seen this style before, and I just thought it was like so interesting and cool. And I was in the store and I was like, oh my god, these are like exactly what I have been looking for. What am I gonna wear with them? So I do have like a green skirt that I think I'm going to wear with these, and like try and style it a little bit this summer, and then maybe for like jeans in the fall. But these will be kind of a fun thing to like build outfits around, so I'm very excited about those. And that is everything I have for today. My goodness, I spent like 2 hours, no, not 2 hours, an hour and a half in that thrift store. And I don't mean to. Basically what had happened was I was like, oh, let me go look for some dresses because I have things coming up this summer that would be nice to have maybe a new dress for. Obviously, I don't really need a new dress, but you know, maybe if I found something kind of nice for the occasion. I didn't, and I was kind of sad because like things just didn't fit right. It's so hard when everything is like so cheap because it like pulls or it tugs or it just like lays weird. But it is what it is, you know. But I do try to buy secondhand when I can, and this is just an example of that. So thank you so much for watching today. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, give this video a like, let me know your best thrift find in the comments below, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!